Good morning, everybody. Now we will start the second unit. The name of the unit is corrosion science. In the beginning, we will see what is corrosion. So, the corrosion is a process which is called as or defined as the destruction of a metal by its chemical react or electrochemical reaction with the environment. Metallurgical operations are the one in which the metal is extracted from its ore or alloy, and these processes are highly exothermic, and hence the metal extracted is always associated with large amount of heat energy, and therefore the metals extracted are always highly chemically unstable. To acquire the stability, these metal chemically react with the atmospheric constituent readily, and this process is nothing but corrosion. So whenever any metal is not observed in pure form, but it is observed in the form of its oxide, sulfate, phosphate, etc., then it is said to be in corroded state. These are certain examples which are observed in day-to-day life, which are very familiar to you. Now, there are certain consequences of corrosion because of which as an engineer, we need to study the process of corrosion, and we should try to minimize the corrosion and the cost involved in this. These are the consequences: loss of efficiency of the process. If a certain part of the machine is corroded, the replacement is necessary. If it is not replaced, the efficiency get reduced considerably. Sometimes the life of equipment get reduced. There is a probability of plant shutdown and also possibility of accident. The data reveals that the country like India has to spend few $billion on a problem of corrosion per annum, and hence as an engineer there is a need to study the process of corrosion and to find out the economical solution on the problem of corrosion. There are two types of corrosion: one, dry oblique direct oblique chemical corrosion, and second, wet oblique indirect oblique electrochemical corrosion. Dry corrosion, it is obtained or observed due to attack by the dry atmospheric gases, and the gases responsible for dry corrosion are O2, CO2, SO2, H2S, NH3, NOx, etc. Whereas the wet corrosion is mainly due to aqueous conducting medium, which facilitates the formation of anodic and cathodic areas. Now, oxidation is one type of corrosion which is due to the attack by oxygen. There are two views proposed for the oxidation of metal. One view says that oxidation is a protection of metal from corrosion, whereas the second view says that oxidation itself is a corrosion. Both the views are equally supported by the facts, and therefore, as and when needed, we will call oxidation as a corrosion, and as and when needed, we will call it as a protection from corrosion. The typical process observed during oxidation of metal is as shown below. If we see any metal surface with our naked eyes, we will see that the surface is smooth without any irregularities. But under microscope, we find the surface irregularities in the metal. And at these surface irregularities, the oxygen molecule from the air or atmosphere get physically held on the metal. And this process is known as adsorption. After the oxygen molecule get adsorbed, they dissociate to form oxygen atoms, as shown in this second figure. After they get dissociated, the metal loses electron to form positively charged metal cation, and these electrons are accepted by electron deficient oxygen atom to form oxide ions. Metallic cation and oxide ion, they combine to form metallic oxide layer on the surface of metal, which is nothing but the oxidation of metal. we can show the reaction, that is the metal undergoes oxidation, that is loss of electron, and the reaction can be written as 2m, giving you 2m raised to plus n plus 2n electron minus. Whereas oxygen accepts electrons, so oxygen undergoes reduction, that is gain of electron, which can be shown as n by 2 O2 plus 2n electron minus, giving you NO minus 2. And then the resultant is m plus 2 and n minus 2. They combine to form the MO, which is the oxidation of metal. So we can summarize the oxidation as: first step, oxygen get atomized on the surface of metal and forms atom. Metal undergoes oxidation to form metallic cation. Oxygen undergoes reduction to form oxide ion. Metallic cation and oxide anion will react to form metal oxide. Now, the nature of oxide film decides the extent to which corrosion should take place. There are four types of corrosion films, and hence they will decide whether they are protecting the metal underneath from the corrosion, or they will continue the corrosion of the base metal, or they will not have any corrosion at all. First type of corrosion film, the oxide film, is called as porous oxide film. It is observed in case of metal like lithium, potassium, sodium, magnesium. Now, this oxide film, in case of this metal, it is not continuous. It is interrupted at several places by pores or cracks in it, and hence it does not protect the base metal or underlying metal, and hence the corrosion continues till all the pores or cracks get equally attacked by the oxygen atom from the air, and hence it is said to be non-protective. Second type of uh, oxide film is non-porous, which is said to be protective. It is observed in case of the metals like aluminum, chromium, copper, etc. This metal oxide film, in this metal, it is non-porous without any pores or cracks, and therefore the corrosion stops as soon as the oxide film is formed, and therefore no further corrosion is observed. Now, next type of oxide film is unstable oxide film. It is observed in case of the chemically unstable, chemically inert metal like Au, Ag, Pt, Pd, etc., which are observed at the base of the galvanic series. They do undergo oxidation, but the oxide film, being unstable, it decomposes back to set the metal and oxygen free, as if there is no corrosion, because of which their cost is very high. Au is gold, Ag is silver, Pt is platinum, since they resist the corrosion of all types and therefore they are costly. Fourth type of oxide film is observed in case of molybdenum, which is the volatile in nature. Volatile means when the molybdenum is exposed to the air, the molybdenum get converted into the molybdenum oxide. The molybdenum oxide layer on exposure to the air get evaporated, and next layer is exposed to the oxidation. Again it get converted to molybdenum oxide, it get evaporated, and then the corrosion continues till the whole molybdenum is eaten up by the oxidation process, and therefore we can say that in case of molybdenum the excessive corrosion takes place. Now it's a kind request that please remember the example of each type of oxide film for the examination. Pilling-Bedworth rule is proposed to find out the nature of oxide film. Pilling-Bedworth, according to them, one ratio is there which is called as Pilling-Bedworth rule ratio, PBR ratio. It is the ratio of volume of metal oxide to the volume of metal consumed. On this basis of the value of PBR ratio, we have the different types of oxide films. One, Oxide film is non-porous if the volume of oxide is more than the volume of metal consumed for the oxide formation. Oxide film is porous if the volume of oxide formed is less than the volume of metal consumed. Already we have seen the examples. Just recall your memory. It is observed that when the PBr is less than 1, the oxide coating layer is too thin, likely to be broken, and provides no protective effect, as in case of magnesium. When PBr ratio is greater than 2, the oxide coating peels off and provides no protective effect, as in case of Fe. But when the PBr is greater than 1 and less than 2, the oxide coating is passivating and provide a protective effect against further surface oxidation, as in case of aluminum, titanium, chromium, etc. Please do remember these examples. Here there are certain examples and the PBr ratio for the oxide film. In case of copper, the oxide film is CuO, copper oxide, for which PBr ratio is 1.68. In case of aluminum, it is Al2O3 and PBr ratio is 1.28. In case of Fe, either it is FeO or Fe2O3. When it is FeO, PBr ratio is 1.77, and when it is Fe2O3, it is 2.14. In case of silver, the oxide layer is Ag2O and PBr ratio is 1.59. In case of molybdenum, it is MO2O3 and the PBr ratio is 3.4 because excessive corrosion takes place in case of molybdenum. Already we have seen. In case of sodium, sodium oxide is layer is formed for which the PBr ratio is less than 1, that is 0.57, and therefore we can see that the corrosion stops immediately as soon as the it is the oxide film is formed.